Well, you heard it or you saw that. Failure, definitely, it does build character. Welcome to the conversation on TOS Television Network. On the program, we get to bring you very informative and educative, as well as entertaining content from across Africa. My name is Adesuwa Osui.
And I am Sagir Ibrahim. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Good morning, Sagir. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I knew you were going to say something. I was listening for what you say today, but okay. I will just move past it and go straight into development across Africa, taking you through stories and happenings from across the African continent, and starting with South Sudan. So shortly after takeoff from Juba Airport in South Sudan, a small cargo plane crashed, killing 5 people on Tuesday, airport officials said. The victims were all crew members of the plane, which was carrying drums of fuel to Maban County in Upper Nile State. Yes, exactly. I saw your expression. Imagine having to crash with fuel in the plane. It's just terrible. Yeah.
May their souls rest in peace.
Yes, may they rest in peace.
All right, moving on to Ethiopia. After forces from the northern region of Tigray said they were planning on marching onto Ethiopia's capital, Addis Ababa, and gaining territory, the government on Tuesday declared a 6-month state of emergency with immediate effect.
It's just sad to see what's happening in Tigray, what's happening in Ethiopia generally.
It is. But I would say I'm impressed so far with the actions that the government has been taking, the government of Ethiopia. At least to a large extent, they're trying to be on top of the situation and not play into the gallery, because I know if it were to be for some governments, the first they would do is go out and start shouting, all is well. Go out and carry out your activities normally. We are safe. Nothing will happen. And then now assure the said citizens of the country that, let me put it in, in more lighter terms. I want to assure you that we're going to do all that we can to ensure that everything is in order.
We are shocked by the situation. All right, moving away from that country.
I mean, nobody's expressing shock
government, yes. Moving away from there, still in Ethiopia. So President Joe Biden, in a letter to Congress, said the United States plan to remove Ethiopia, Mali, and Guinea from the agreement that gives them duty-free access to the United States, citing human rights violation.
Well, what I can say is, during conflict and times of conflicts, human rights violations and accusation of human rights abuses will always come up. So what we see happening in Ethiopia is just a clear example of that. So we could only hope that, this final actions that the governments are putting in place will ensure that the issues are remedied once and for all.
But let me pick your brain on this. What's your take on
pick my brain.
The government of Ethiopia, or Ethiopia's prime minister, telling citizens to take up arms and be ready to defend their cities against rebel groups?
Well, on one hand, one would say it's quite extreme, but on the other hand, it's just reawakening the youth and people of Ethiopia to their responsibility of serving country and having love for country first before self. So that's basically it.
All right, talking about love for country before self, a love for other people before yourself. I'm going to be bringing you COVID-19 updates from across Africa right now. You do know why I mentioned it earlier, love for people. That means you should take care of yourself, ensure that you're safe so the next person can also be safe, all right?
Yes.
So COVID-19 update from across Africa, and after that, we'll be going straight into the big story.
You're also watching the conversation on your digital first Pan-African News Network, TOS Television. You could always be a part of the show by connecting with us on our various social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at TOS TV Network. You could also watch the conversation via our website at www.tostvnetwork.com, as well as watch a recap of the show and other shows by TOS TV via our YouTube page at TOS TV Network. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's the big story segment and also the crux of the conversation and this morning's focus. So it's quite an interesting topic, actually. The price hike in food and other commodities in Nigeria. Joining us via telephone, as always, is Comrade White Saka, who is a public affairs analyst. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother. It's good to be on platform again.
Yeah, welcome back, sir. So, sir, the first question, food hike, inflation, what do you have to say about it?
It's a time that we should take a deeper reflection.
True.
The country is almost on the track of population explosive, and we are facing internal war in the country, and the policy of government has not helped in the area of food security. You will agree with me that majority of food consumption in the southern part of Nigeria are coming from the northeastern part of Nigeria. And the same northeastern part of Nigeria are facing so much insurgency that they cannot actually produce enough to guarantee food security across the country. However, we must agree that government has not been able to regulate and subsidize the cost of food in the country. Today, I'm speaking to you live from the border town of Ogun State, and I can tell you authoritatively that a bag of rice here is 16,500. And in Ibadan or in Osogbo, you find that the same bag of rice is selling at the rate of 25,000 to 30,000. So you begin to ask, who is regulating this? Or our people are at the mercy of capitalist businessmen that all they think about is to make profit and more profit. Today, an average Nigerian is living below poverty line. And this is because the food keep on increasing every day, and there is no commensurate increase in income and salary of an average Nigeria.
Sure.
You begin to ask that an average a state in Nigeria is paying 30,000 minimum wage, which means they can only buy a family can only buy from such a salary can only buy a bag of rice. Not to talk of transport, not to talk of, and there are fundamental things that always increase things in Nigeria, like the cost of electricity, like the cost of transport, and the last one, the cost of I want to remember now. Now, if those things keep on the cost of fuel and gas, those are things that equally have direct implication on food consumption. Today, unlike in the past, that a kilogram of gas is less than 300. Now it's at 700. So everything is moving at a rate that the commensurate income is not moving. It's like one is moving in a geometric proportion, and the one is just trying to catch up. So we have a situation at hand as a people, as a nation, and people in governments will realize that space and banks can only increase unrest in the country.
All right. So, Comrade Wade, I want to ask, prior to when President Buhari took over office, he had made some lofty promises, one of which is to ensure the prices of food as well as other commodities, are driven down. And when he took over office, I think some 41 items were put on ban to ensure that we boost, local production of this item. And most of them included food items as well as other luxury items. And so, fast forward to later in the future, around 2020 to 2021, the president is credited to have said that the food scarcities and shortages we see right now are being caused by greedy middlemen who are creating an artificial scarcity to drive the prices of food. However, how would you assess, the efforts of the government to ensure that these prices are driven down instead of the inflation that we are seeing, because we know that it's not enough to say we are aware that these scarcities are being caused by greedy middlemen. So how can you assess, you know, their actions towards driving it down?
It is escapist of government to talk about middlemen. If government cannot regulate such middlemen and monitor how all these deliverables are being sold in the market, it is unfortunate that we continue to find reasons for failure of government. Government protect the people, and it is we put it to them that the box on the table. Middlemen want to make money. How do you safeguard and protect the people from these sidelock middlemen? To be the responsibility of government. We continue to give reasons why our people are living in hunger. It is not, people don't want to hear reason, they want solution to their problem. That is why people in government are elected. You will realize that we have not had this so bad in the history of our country. We can talk about the work done, but if people don't see the improvement in their life, the government has failed. So I'm saying this, that the only thing is to find a regulatory structure that somebody will not just say, there is inflation in the country. That's why, because that is the new. I am a welder, and I can tell you that a ton of iron rod is almost ×2 of the price in 2 years ago. The implication is that everybody will tell you that there is inflation. That's why the exchange rate is the reason. Even things that we produce here that have no direct link to foreign exchange is getting higher every day because the government has failed the people. Don't let us placate this. It's just one way.
Okay.
If government hold on to their own part of the bargain by protecting the people, we will not have this problem of food, hiking food price. And you know the other part of it, whatever goes up in Nigeria goes down.
All right. Thank you so much.
Laws of gravity.
Thank you so much.
It will continue to go up and go up. Nigeria always defy law of nature.
Thank you so much, Comrade White.
Successful government has fostered on the country. It's unfortunate.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Comrade White, for joining on the conversation and giving so much insight on the realities that's currently faced by Nigerians. We do appreciate it and hope that you join us on the conversation some other time.
Thank you very much, my brother. God bless Nigeria.
Yes, sir. God bless Nigeria indeed. And that's it for the conversation this morning. Remember, the conversation comes to you weekdays on your digital first Pan-African News Network, and you could be part of the conversation by connecting with us on our various social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at TOS TV Network. You could also watch the conversation via our website at www.tostvnetwork.com, as well as via YouTube on our YouTube page at TOS TV Network. Please like and subscribe. And that's it for the conversation. My name is Sagir Ibrahim.
And I am Ade Sewell. So thank you so much, and as always, please remember to always stay safe.